Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Evolving Women, our new podcast. And we are evolving. You are evolving. We are all evolving. Let's help each other evolve together. So I'm Teresa Lisum, and this is my co-host, Erin Capazerra. And our intention is to fill the world with uplifting messages, new perspectives, tools, resources to give other women permission to be their best selves and live their best lives. So we're so thrilled that you're here. Thank you so much for joining us. So I am Teresa Lisum, and I help women understand their superpowers and reconnect back into those superpowers, which are your innate gifts and abilities. And then I help you understand and really maximize those superpowers and use them with intention. So Erin, what do you do?
I empower people to discover the secret to a healthy lifestyle without hunger, endless exercise, or hours in the kitchen.
Love it. So what are we talking about today, Erin?
So today, and I have a story to go with how we came up with this topic, but the topic for today is how do you use social media to evolve, learn, communicate, and connect with others and leave feeling inspired, motivated, and really getting the support you need for your challenges and helping others with their challenges. And this topic came about as last night, what was it? It was late last night. I was just scrolling on social media before bedtime. I know that's not good sleeping habits, but that's okay. And so I live in Central Time Zone, and Teresa is about 2 hours ahead of me. And so I happened to see one of her posts, and I comment on her post. And about 5 seconds later, I receive a text that says, "Hey, lady, you need to go to bed." Or "Are you still up?" I can't remember what the exact text was. And it was amazing because here I was, zoned in onto the screen and the cell phone. But yet she happened to be online. I happened to be online. And it was a quick connection, just responding to a post. And she was like, "Hey, it's late your time. She needs to be in bed." And she was looking out for me and caring for me. So it was kind of cool of, okay, here we are able to make friends that are millions of miles away in completely different time zones that we would never meet. And she's looking out for me because not only did she see my response, like my response, but she calculated what time it was where I was living.
Yeah, I was surprised to see somebody else up as late as she would be because I said I'm in a different time zone. But yeah, it's just so fun to be so connected with people all over the place instantaneously. Like me and Erin, we haven't even met in person. We've never met in person. We don't even live in the same state, but yet we have decided to collaborate and be here together and contribute to the healing of the world. I mean, how awesome is that? The power of being connected through the internet, through social media, through our phones. To me, it's been one of the most delightful and empowering ways of connecting, especially in the last few years for me personally. I'm totally enjoying it and loving it.
And, we had talked about this a little bit before recording, but I'm just thinking too, we were able to connect around a common interest too.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, let's hop on a Zoom with a theme in different groups. And here we are collaborating, connecting outside of the group, which is a lot of fun as well. But it's nice how whether you talk to them on Zoom or talk to them on the phone, even if you're just posting back and forth in a group, how you feel like a tight bond with somebody and you know them and they know you and you share that commonality and that connection is made. Like you don't even know where they live.
Right. And it really isn't important. It's the relationship that's playing out, whether it's on Zoom, in a group, through texting, whatever platform it's playing out on, it's still a relationship. It's still a connection with another human, which is of utmost importance. And I just think it's such a beautiful thing. We are so lucky to live in this age, in this time where we have this instantaneous interconnectedness that's happening. I mean, I have met so many people throughout the country and a few places in different parts of the world that I never would have had the opportunity of meeting in any other way. So I think it's a real beautiful thing. And I am so appreciative of this whole capability. I mean, to me, it's almost like bringing our world closer together because of that ability to be interconnected. What's your thoughts on that, Erin?
I was thinking of it too. It kind of makes the world seem small, that we're
Yes,
all,
yes.
just an arm length away, even though we are millions of miles, depending on what country everybody's in.
Mm-hmm.
But and I had another thought too that escaped, but it's a quick, easy way to connect with multiple people as well. And so what I like is we all have our busy lifestyles. We're all
Mm-hmm.
doing what we're doing, but we can connect with 10 people in 2 minutes and they'll see our responses and connect back with us. So it's
Mm-hmm.
ongoing relationships and connections, and you really get those strong bonds with individuals as well.
Even if it is just small little snippets. I mean, I did speak with a friend of mine who lives on the other side of the country last week. We actually talked on the phone instead of texting, which we typically do, but we tend to call each other once in a while, which sometimes I forget that you can actually call somebody on these things. Like, oh, that's right. We don't have to just text. We could actually call somebody like the old school way, but we actually end up talking for 2 hours on the phone. It was awesome. So that is, we have that in our ability to do also. So we can shoot out a really quick text or comment on a post. It can be very quick, very short-lived, or we could actually speak with them in a more, long-term, lengthy, really talk voice to voice. And it's all at our fingertips. It's all at our fingertips, depending on what device we're on. And I don't know about you, but depending on what device I'm on, you might get a text from me, but if I'm online, you might get a message from me, or you might get an email from me. It just depends on the platform or the device I'm on at that moment in time. But look at all those ways I can communicate with a person. And I've
Yeah.
continued the conversation from one device to the other. You know, so that's all going on too. Like, oh, I might email you, but then you might respond via a text. But the conversation is still ongoing. It's just we're using these different platforms to communicate. And I just giggle when that happens because I think it's so fun that, again, we have that capability.
Well, I'm laughing because you say conversation and conversations, because one could be occurring through email and one could be occurring through Messenger. But we didn't even bring up apps. Like, I don't know if you've used any walkie-talkie apps where you record a
Hmm.
voice message and a video. Some are voice messages, some are just videos. And then the other person watches it when they have time available
Oh,
and records
yes,
another
yes.
voice messages back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, that's just, better than leaving a message on the old answering machine.
Yeah. Yeah, remember those days? Oh my God, we have come such a long way in a short amount of time. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I really am going to suggest and challenge our viewers to really appreciate that and be grateful for those abilities to be able to stay connected and see what your friend's doing that lives really far from you just by looking at their Facebook page or whatever. But we really live in a special time. We're very, very lucky. We're very blessed. And so I'm going to ask or suggest or invite you to just take a moment when you're communicating with somebody on whatever device and just appreciate what you have. Because 20, 30 years ago, yeah, we didn't have any of that. So please feel free to just appreciate it. Be grateful for what we have right now at this point in our history.
Love that because I was very thankful and grateful for your message.
And
It went
I'm
from
so
half asleep
grateful.
scrolling to laughing.
And I'm so grateful that we have this collaboration going on that never
Yes,
would have happened if we hadn't connected in another group, through a Zoom conversation. So it's been a blessing all the way around.
I agree. Yes, thank you.
So with that being said, we want to thank everybody for joining us. And just when you are in something like this, in some platform, just take a moment or two to appreciate the power you have in your hands. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you. Subscribe, connect with us on social media. We'd love to hear your feedback and your thoughts. And if you have any topics you want us to talk about while we're here on this platform. So thank you so much for joining in, and we look forward to being with you the next time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.